welcome back to another session by Big Brander. And this time we're going to speak about Google tools to grow your business. Because there's so many tools out there on social media, and just Google by itself have so many of them. But how can we know which one to use, how to use them the right way? And this is the right session. So I just want to start by saying that, like, to give you some of the benefits and why it's actually important to start using more of the Google tools that there is out there. Okay, so first you want to increase your brand visibility, which is something that will probably will be repeating in this presentation as well. But you want to put yourself out there as a brand. We want to be in top of mind, and in order for us to be in top of mind, it is important for us to make sure that we're creating a strong brand visibility, okay? Because this can help us to take a business from a local business as well to a global business, or just to even from the search engine optimization. It can also help us, for example, for our local SEO, and then improve our visibility with the audience that we're trying to reach out to. Google is still, although there is more like search engines out there, but Google is still one of the most popular one. People still searching there for most of their information they look for. Yes, now with the AI technology, some people are using like a bit more ChatGPT and stuff like this, but still for a lot of things, we do search on Google. So you want to use their tools because you want to appear there when people are searching for certain type of information. As well, it's good for advertising. Okay, so there's different tools there like Google Ads, but not Google Ads. So it really gives you the opportunity to put your business out there, to advertise your product, your services, events that you're hosting, and so on. It also allows you to have your business listed, to put it there, to put exactly what you do, what are your products, what are your services, and get reviews from your current audience and for potential audience to actually come and rate it and see, do I want to start working with you, yes or not? Because we do know that people are actually reading lots of reviews. I actually watched recently an article on the news about how people actually choose hotel to go to and to book. And they're actually not even caring anymore about like the 4 stars, 5 stars, or things like that. They're actually checking the reviews, because you can come to a hotel that it says it's 5 stars, but then basically you see like it's a 3 stars. So people are looking for those reviews, and Google allows you to put it out there. It's also good with analytics. And I always come and repeat that marketing is not just about the fun part, the creative part, but it's really a lot about the numbers. And it's really important to learning the numbers, either on social media or in Google. And Google allows you to actually make the right decisions, because you're learning like about the traffic that comes to your website. Who's that audience, what their behavior, and what are they clicking on. It really helps you to learn a lot from that, and helps you through that to make the right decision. And you take it actually to identified areas that you want to make some improvements. And that's the purpose. That's how we look at the numbers, even on social media, to see what type of content works and what's not so much. It also helps with the increasing of, because people are using more and more the mobile, so it does have a strong like mobile presence, which is actually very crucial, because we know like that most people actually search for information from their phone. It's either because they're outside or even indoor. It's like easier instead of taking the laptop and opening the laptop. So you want to actually have like also a strong appearance from that part. Another important thing is that many of the, when you start a business, you don't really have much budget, okay? And you're really trying to look for different tools that either is going to be for free or tools that's going to be affordable. And that's the beauty with Google, that it gives you and provides you different tools that most of them are free, or at least have a free version, which allows you to learn more about your business, learn more about your audience, understand what you want to improve and what to do. And through that, like you're actually doing with like a very cost effective, because it doesn't gonna cost you much, which is super important. So Google keeps on designing different tools for business, and they keep on adding and they keep on upgrading. So I want to go through some of the top Google tools and I'll mention some others after that. So the first one is Google My Business. And I know that a lot of people think that like, if I sell my stuff locally, then it's good for me. But if I do global, it's not. And that's not true. Okay. You just need to learn how to use it the right way for you to benefit from. So Google My Business, it's a free tool. Okay. Honestly, I'm missing an L. Oops. A free tool, which also includes the Google Maps and the Google search, which actually helps you to get like better appearance from the Google search. And also you link it to a map. So if you are a local business, this is great for you. But if you don't operate in a specific area, it's still fine. You can just mention your location, but also on the same time mention that you're a global business. You can use it again to create online visibility, okay, to appear on Google search. When people are searching, they can find you. So the same as when you want to go to a nice restaurant or like to a nice, like to find a certain shop and you search, that's what you want people to do with your business. And that's what Google My Business really helps for. As well, it also helps you to manage your information because you can basically put there your different products, your different services, the information that it's important for you to you want your audience to know and be aware about. Okay. And you need, but the thing with that is once you put it there, you want to make sure that you're keeping it up to date. So not to have, because like think about it from the side that when you want to go, for example, for a restaurant and they have the wrong menu there, or they have stuff like old pictures or old things, it doesn't look like this place is like up to date, and you don't really want to maybe take a risk and go, for that restaurant. So you want to keep it up to date, and that's the only like one of the parts you want to work with. But you want to make sure that if you made a certain change in your products or services, something in your business, you need to put it on your list that you need to update it on Google My Business. It's also a great place for people to write you reviews, which actually influence your reputation, your credibility. And when you're looking at building a brand that's going to be here for the long run, this is super important because people buy from people, and people buy from people they can build relationship and that they trust. Okay. And in order for them to trust you, like seeing different reviews, they're saying good things about your business. And especially if you see certain names that you may be familiar with, then it's really helping you in increasing the chances of that person want to come and buy your product or your service. And again, it's good for local SEO. So if you operate in a certain area, you put the Google Maps, you mention where you operate, you put like the working hours, where they can find you, the address and everything, which is very, very good because as a local business, you not necessarily always have the same option, like you don't have the same amount of audience as a global business. So you want to make sure that you're using different tools that allows you to be very accurate and allows you to reach out to your audience in a much more easier way. And that's a tool that's amazing for that. And also, again, you can see your analytics. So you can see how many people views, on what they click. So you get lots of information. And as I said, like before, numbers are super important. If you want to grow your business, if you want to know how to market your business, you need to know how to read those numbers, how to look at those numbers. So Google gives you the numbers and you just need to look, and some of them are very, very easy to understand. Another tool that I'm actually not sure if you guys using, so you're more than welcome to write it here in the comments. As well, if you watch it on after the recording, you're more than welcome to write it down in the comments on YouTube. Are you actually ever used this tool of Google? Are you familiar with this tool of Google, which is Google Trends? So just feel free to let me know in the comments. This is some of the benefits of this tool. Okay, it's a great tool that helps you to conduct like market research, to gain insights about your audience, about their behavior. Because when you do marketing, I see you haven't used. Okay, so this is a great tool to use, especially let's say, for example, you said you're working like on social media and stuff like this. If you want to have more information for your clients and you want them to know more, okay, first time you're hearing about this. Okay, so if you want to learn more about your audience, about the audience of clients you work with, you want to have that knowledge, this is a great tool for you to use as well. Because I think like one of the things that's also like very important in marketing that you do in corporates, for example, but we don't do much as a small business is research. And that's why I also said the numbers are very important, because the numbers help you with the research. And here you can actually, with Google Trends, you can create a marketing research and learn about the insight, analyze the different trends, learn what are the different, for example, topics that are very important. Also content planning, because you can identify different popular topics, keywords in your industry, which also going to help you with your SEO. Because, and when I say also SEO, if you use, for example, AI, I'm not sure how many of you are using AI, so you're more than welcome as well to write in the chat how many you're using ChatGPT or you're using AI designs. But when you use that, you also want to make sure you're using the right keywords to help you generate the best content, generate the best like design. And like using Google Trends, for example, can really help you with finding those keywords. Also, from geographic targeting point of view, it helps you to actually have better understanding. And especially if you're a local business, this will help you to understand which specific keywords people are using in your area or in the area you operate. As well, from learning about your competition, learning about the search volume interest, about certain topics that also your competitors are using, like for their products, for different things they do. So it really teaches you a lot. So it's not like Google Trends is a tool that you don't need to use on a daily basis. Like, for example, Google My Business, that you can maybe not use it on a daily basis, but say that, like, let's say once a week, you keep updating it. But Google Trends, you can say every month, I'll do in the beginning of the month to help me plan my content, to help me plan things, or maybe before I'm launching a new product, and then you can use it for that. Okay, so not everything we do in marketing we need to use on a daily basis, but this one you definitely need to use on a daily basis. So how many of you are actually, and again, let me know in the comments either here or on YouTube, how many of you are actually using Google Analytics, and are you using it on a daily basis? Just write in the comments. Because as I said, when I started marketing, I thought it will be just fun. And then I discovered that I need to create reports on top reports, and learning the numbers. And then I fell in love with the numbers. So just type in the comment. So here are the benefits of having Google Analytics. First, you link it to your website. Okay, by linking it to your website, you're getting lots of information that you're not necessarily getting if you just use the analytics that you get from the website service provider. Okay, you can actually use it to segmentize your audience, to really divide them to different segmentation, and through that to know to which one you want to, for example, do certain like Google adverts or Facebook adverts and things like that. You can use it to actually learn about your website performance, like how many people are visiting your website, on what are they clicking on, which pages, what's like the duration they're staying on your website. And through that, you actually learn like what to make, what change, what improvements to do. Because for example, when people reach out to me and say like, oh, but I'm doing this campaign and I'm like, I'm not getting leads out of it. So when you look at those campaigns, for example, I can see, okay, I had enough people clicking on the campaign, but we didn't convert them. Okay, and that's why like here you can also check the conversion tracking part. And then I can see, okay, but if I got the people to the website, but they didn't do anything, it means that something in my website is not working. It means I want to change something in it. Okay, so you want to look at things like that. Or maybe if you've done a campaign and the other way around is that you didn't reach out to enough people, but those who you reach out to and got to your website did make a decision, did bought something, it means your website is working. And that's why it's also important to check your conversion tracking. So for example, if you link it to newsletter and stuff like this and get more information about this. Also, if you have an online shop, you can really learn and link it, to your website. and through that see how many like sales you got through it. So you're getting lots of information. You can also do integrations like to different tools of Google. As I said, like the Google search, which is your ranking, your Google ads, and things like that. So there's so many things, like even if you do, for example, a newsletter. So MailChimp, for example, is you can actually integrate it to Google, and then you link it to Google Maps and to Google My Business, and you get all the information, and then you can see how much sales you actually got from it. And as I said, it's a free version of it, and you don't actually need more than the free version. And they've done now an upgrade to the 4G and stuff like this. So you really can learn also like from which country they reach out to you, from which city they reach out to you, how many of them clicks and everything. So there's so much you can learn about this to make the right improvements in your website, because eventually our website, it's our place to market ourselves, to put ourselves out there, to put our brands, to put our services. So we want to make sure that we're not just bringing the audience, but we're helping that audience to make easier decision. Okay, and so everything needs to work like in line, like it's a 360-degree kind of thing. Google reviews. So as I said, like a lot of people are reading the reviews in every industry. Before you go to a restaurant, before you book a hotel, before you want to work with anyone else, you just check the reviews. You either read the reviews online or it's word of mouth, but this is something very important, and Google's allow you to do it and for free. So again, it increases your visibility because it contributes to the business online presence. You use it to build trust. And when you're building a brand, as I said before, like you build it based on building relationship with your audience. If you build that relationship, you're gaining their trust. If you gain their trust, they're going to be loyal to your brand and your best brand ambassadors. And that is super important, because that is how you build a brand that's not going to be like, ooh, fine, like for like the 15 minutes of fame and like on TikTok and stuff like this, but it's going to be here for the long run. And it takes time to build it. And in order for you to build it, you want to build also credibility, which is super important, because people really often rely on making the purchases like based on the reviews that they read. I remember when I started my business, I came from corporate world, and I'm actually like I'm a foreigner in South Africa, so I'm from Israel. And in order for me to build my business, I realized that people here are not really trusting much. So I need to build my credibility, and that's how I learned to put myself more out there, create videos, put pictures, give lots of freebies, and like I've done lots of different things in order for me to build it. But once I've done it, then it's easier for me to get, for example, the last one, the word to mouth marketing, okay, which actually works for a lot of businesses, which is a great way to get more referrals. Because if I come to you and I say like, listen, I know this person, you should work with that person, or you should buy from that person, then it's easier for the other person to make the decision. So those reviews are amazing. So encourage your customers to write a review. Okay, don't be shy and ask them to put a review on LinkedIn if you're using, or to give you a certain testimonial that you can use for your website, but also put it on Google. So you can put it on Google My Business. You can put the review there and start working on getting that 5 stars. But also getting people to write a review, it's really going to improve your SEO ranking. Okay, because like if you get higher number of positive feedback, then there is a better chance for you to be appearing on the top 5 on the first page on Google search. Also, when people write you a review, comment them back. Write them like any type of comment, like thank you for this or whatever, as per what they wrote, and have that engagement, because you want to engage more with your audience, because it's going to help you to deeper the relationship with them. Because it's not like, oh, just like, oh, nice, someone wrote me a review. No, like, wow, thank you. Like, pay attention to them. Give them a place that they can see that you see them. Okay? As I said, people buy from people. The next one is Google Ads. So I'm not sure how many of you are actually using paid adverts. So just let me know in the comments. And if you use paid adverts, Are you using like on social media, like Facebook, Instagram, or are you using, for example, Google? And if you actually had a chance to use Google. So I would love to hear from you guys. So just put it in the comments here or on YouTube. And I want to share some benefits. So I just want to say before, my biggest belief is that if you use paid adverts, it's only after you have a strong organic marketing strategy. It's after you already build your name, your credibility. And I wouldn't do it in a business that just started. Because when people see ads for a brand they're not really familiar with, or they never heard about that person, or they never heard the name of the brand, there's a lower chance that they will want to start working and clicking on that ad. It makes it easier for me if I'll even, let's say, scroll on Facebook, but I'll see someone I'm familiar with. I'm like, I'm familiar with this person. Oh, but look at the event he's promoting, or look at that freebie they're promoting, or look at their product. It's easier for me to make a decision. And especially because as a small business, when you start a business, you don't really have a budget. So you need to work really smart with the budget you've got. So I wouldn't run into advertisement like this. I would really first work on like building my name of the brand, and then I'll start. But the benefits of having like a paid advert is that when you actually want to take your business and grow it and have that bigger jump, so you want to reach out to more people, to a wider audience, and you feel that in the organic you made the most out of it for now, and you want to have that jump. It's also good for local businesses and for global reach. And that's what it helps you to really be to target your audience, to target your message, to target your location, to work and be very specific. It's also Google Ads is very quick and easy to implement, to work with. You can control your costs. You can say how much you want to pay per keyword. You can control the budget and everything. So it makes it easier for you as well to say, this is my budget, this is how I want to work with. And by the way, when you also do paid ad, like on Google, for example, you want to make sure when you measure the results to see how many people actually clicked and how many people you converted. And if you see that a lot of people click, but the conversion rate is not high, you need to fix some stuff on your website. And if the other way around, so you need to fix your ad. Okay, so it's very important. The numbers are super important. And also from flexibility here, you can either just create an ad that it's just text, just image, just videos, a mix, responsive. You can play with this. You can actually, if you use also Google My Business, there's an integration between them. So you can take a specific product that you put there and just promote that. So it's all very linked and it's very, very easy to use. But as I said, use it only if you have the extra budget and also after you build some credibility. So those are the main tools, and I want to share with you a few more tools before I'm going to open it for questions. So this is some more tools, and as you can see, Google's got lots of tools. So if you always look at social media as like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google is also one of them, and Google got lots of options. The one of them is Google Meet. So for those of you who don't want to pay subscription to Zoom, this is a great free alternative for you to use. Google Tag Manager. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with this, but it allows you to also manage the different codes. And then you basically use those codes to put them in your newsletter, in your website. And that's how you do the integrations, okay, between the different platforms. That some of them are in Google and some of them are outside of Google. So everything get a code. So you don't need to be a developer for this. You just need to follow like the different steps and just copy those codes. You have the cloud platform, which is the storage part. So some of you probably see it like in the Gmail that you can buy more storage or Google Drive. So those are another like platforms you have, the Gmail, the platform. So you don't really need like to invest in things. Google Forms that I think people are not even using enough, because it's great to create survey, to connect with your audience, to ask them questions, learn more about them, even to generate leads out of it. Like you can even use it, for example, say like, I really need your help, like with understanding a few things. Just please answer the questions. And if you answer, put your email address here and you'll get the next freebie from me. That's, for example, another way for you to use Google Forms. And Google Workspace, that basically it's the full package of Google, which includes all the different tools. So when you click on the 9 dots, and then you can see all of them spreading. So it's like the Gmail, the Google Drive, the Google Sheets, Google Slides. You've got everything here. And that's the beauty of it. So you can do so much to promote your business, to grow your business with those different tools. You just need to work them smartly, and you just want to make sure that you do the right combination and like the integrating them the right way. Okay, so you make sure, because you can just use it to learn and put yourself more out there, from your visibility, from connecting with your audience, engaging with your audience, learning the numbers. And your audience always, even on social media like Instagram and LinkedIn and all of them, your audience always tells you what's working and what's not. They always give you the answer. You just need to read it by looking at the numbers. They're going to tell you what type of content they like, what's not so much, what do they like on your website, and what's not so much. They're going to tell you everything. So this is the presentation.